And you see the engine ready for put inside in the motorcycle. It's ready. This is a 300 two-stroke Enduro, and this is 300 two-stroke MX. Is different. Why change the system of the 300 two-stroke motocross uses the carburetor, and Enduro uses the injection.
So, do the engines go through a preliminary pressure test after assembly? Okay.
Yes, sure. 250 two-stroke Enduro.
There's the swing arms.
This is the operator started with only the frame. The frame is ready, and front fork, and step by step, and started and finish the bike.
One guy?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sure.
I have all control of the
Which guy is the best?
Yeah. all guy is the best.
You're going to put in your order for the bike made by that guy.
I want Stefano.
This is the room of the frame. This is, and the guy and started to production one bike, go in this area and
select the next frame.
Yeah.
And these have all been welded but then sent out for heat treating?
Yes.
Or do you heat treat here?
No.
Sent out?
Yeah.
All right. And then the gas tanks. And then so one guy builds the bike from start to finish. How long does it take somebody to build one bike?
What?
How many hours does it take to build a bike start to finish?
It depends of the model. 125 motocross is possible started and finish in 5 hours.
5 hours.
But for Supermoto is normal 2 days.
2 days.
Yes, it's not easy. This is the Supermoto is finished.
So this is the finished machined fork lower that we saw earlier. And that is the finished one, which then probably, that fork lower went through your polisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it looks so good. But the polishing isn't just to make it pretty. The polishing eliminates any stress raising imperfections in the edge of the aluminum, so it actually makes the part stronger too. And again, it just is to make the best motorcycle that you could.
This is the SMK model, is a top Supermoto model, and have special parts. It's possible to order with special parts. Rear shock is possible to have Hollins, cartridge Hollins. It's possible to have a special clutch, STM, and special brake Brembo, and 2 model of brake, and radial brake. For Supermoto, TM is #1 in the category, winner many world champion, and Thomas Charrier is a 8-time world championship.
No kidding.
Yeah, he's a French guy. He's very fast. This is the cover for electric valve of two-stroke.
So that's the power valve.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're using an electric power valve actuator to do it very precisely. Presumably, so the guy that we saw back there is tuning not only the carburetor and the injector, but also the motion of the power valve. Yeah.
Correct.
KYB from Japan.
This is the system on this See, this is ready for the bike.
Oh my God. All right, so that is a radius velocity stack, all machined with the butterfly electrical connectors for 2 injectors. And that is a lot of holes. So those are, I can't tell because my eyes are old, but lots of holes on those injectors. Single fuel rail to connect them both. Connector for the throttle cables on this side. And this knob is for idle and
yes, for
cold
high,
start?
Yes, for all start. But this is possible open.
For when
only
it's cold.
for open the butterfly.
A little bit, yeah. And this thing here, that's the throttle position sensor?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. For California.
No, this is for Euro 5, European.
Oh, Euro 5.
In USA, no, don't use it. This is canister.
Just
and, for oil, for vapor.
For the gas tanks. Yeah, these are overflow tanks for the emissions. Here's the subframe. Gas tank's already mounted in it.
This is the tank.
Subfender. Fuel pumps in it. That looks like a fuel injected.
Yeah.
Fuel injected, but with a quick release.
Yes.
And yeah, so a lot of manufacturers use fasteners that are a pain in the ass to take on and off their fuel rails. They're using an actual race quick connector. So the bike's actually built to be.
Sure.
Yeah. But like the Yamaha one is a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
it's not,
but it's same.
So he's bleeding the rear brake. Whoops.
The brake. Cleaner brake for go down, go up the higher in the.
Yeah. Get all the air out of it.
Yeah. And one guy started and finished and seen the bike and have a responsibility for the quality.
The whole thing.
Yeah, sure, for all.
So that means each one of these mechanics not only has to know how to, they have to know every single system on the bike.
Yeah.
It's not just put this bolt in here.
Yeah.
So each one of these mechanics.
But this is mechanic, but have many passion for. This is not the same system of other company, but
no, it is
the
not.
Original system, and the warranty of the quality started from mechanic.
Right.
It's important.
Right. I just mean, yeah. So each one of these is hand built by one guy who knows every single piece of the bike, from bleeding the brakes to adjusting the chain to wiring it to torquing the engine bolts, the whole thing. Almost every other company you go to, they would have these on a line and they'd be moving them down the line, and each guy would only do a little bit of it, and a lot of the assemblies would show up pre-assembled. So like a lot of companies, the forks would all be pre-built, and then one person would just bolt them on, but here he's building the forks. And the brakes would show up pre-bled, but he's bleeding the brakes. So these are hand-built motorcycles from raw aluminum to the finished bike. It's incredible.
And go up in the R&D department and a special area for R&D.
Yeah.
And I have the area of racing team of Supermoto. This is the boss of production. This is Davide Gozzini, ex-rider of Supermoto.
Hi, David.
Welcome.
Your bikes are beautiful. They're the most, yeah, it's exquisite. Yeah.
It's our goal to make something different.
It's something different.
It's not easy. Not easy.
Not easy. No, nothing I've seen so far is the easy way to do it. You're doing it the più bello way. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Grazie. Grazie.
Exquisite. This is just very impressive.
Thank you. Thank you. We are happy about that.
Yeah. You should, man. Yeah.
And also it's what the people are saying about the bike that make our proud.
Yeah. Yeah. Very impressive.
Yeah.
Everything.
Thank you.
This production inside.
You're making your own sprockets?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, why not?
Well, this explains why when we first started talking about TM, when Sam actually told me I had never heard of TM,
Yeah.
I'm ashamed to admit. But we first started talking about it and Sam was like, I've been thinking about getting a TM and you might think about getting a TM. And I started looking at what's the availability of parts and that sort of thing. And I had a hard time finding aftermarket parts, but I mean, you're just making it all here.
But many people don't have idea of TM. Many people use and you go in Ducati's excellence company, but you see the system of assembly the bike, the production of the bike inside in TM is one in the world.
No, it's very, very unique, and it makes a lot of sense, I think, because then each person has the pride of, sort of like a pride of ownership of the assembly of an entire motorcycle, the understanding of how it all works together, the recognition of how to put these systems together and how they all integrate and interact.
Yeah.
I think it's really important for the ultimate quality to have, for the people who are doing that work, to understand the whole.
Sure.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
It just makes sense.
Right. Like in the middle of a pandemic, you'd want to re-engineer your entire frame and assembly because it just makes sense.
It's important you don't have the video in this area but in this area it's possible. This is the department of R&D.
R&D.
And this is the special engine for Moto3. This is the official engine of Moto3. Studied the engine. And the engine is a 250, but have many power, 80, 82, 83. Yeah.
Wait, what?
But this engine have all engine have a 22, 24 hour of life.
Sure, of course.
Another parts have this is the official bike of for Supermoto, and you see the special brake and racing from the racing department of Brembo and complete system. This is official bike of Thomas Charrier, 8-time world championship. It's possible picture, no problem.
It's okay?
Yeah, sure, for this year.
So, fuel fill. This is to help with mid-range power?
Yeah.
So it's got a little expansion chamber on the 4-stroke pipe. It's funny because each TM is beautiful, and this one is then più bello. like each one is beautiful, and then you go, oh, and then here's our special edition race one.
Each one has its own little
its own ball,
its own little expansion.
And the special Brembo. So,
and you see many companies use the tank, normal tank, but inside in TM production the special tank for gas and it's incredible.
This is the breather?
Yeah.
Breather, got it, okay.
But other
Test port
company
for downloading data, O2 sensor for checking the mixture. Wow.
This is official bike of World Championship.
And he's won the World Championship 8 times.
Thomas Charrier 8 times, but last year I have other rider. I have in the World Championship 8 rider, official 8 rider with TM. But last year winner, the German guy is Mark Rainer Schmidt. He's a young guy, he's very fast, and the winner last year the World Championship. But Charrier continued, and the war is from Charrier and Schmidt. He's a very fast guy.
But both TM.
Yeah. Inside, I have the war inside.
That's the good way to have it. So what is the second best manufacturer of Supermoto? Who do you see as your competition in Supermoto?
Yes. The situation of Supermoto changed from many years. Why many years ago started with KTM official, Husqvarna official, and many companies, Aprilia. And now the situation for Supermoto is no good for the market, and only TM continued to invest in Supermoto.
So it's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good and bad.
This is an old bike for homologation.
I wouldn't think they'd miss just like one of them, right? That is
I don't know.
a fitting for something.
I don't know.
It's got but they're very pretty. And these were clearly made here, right?
Yes, but I production many parts and I don't remember all.
It's like a breather.
Yeah,
breather fitting. Maybe a water pump. Maybe a water pump. I don't know.
And you see, the exhaust arrived in this color, and go out for chrome, and in the series you have the pipe is chrome.
They kind of look cool like that too, though.
Yes.
Wow.